There is a certain cruelty in the human eye that nobody wants to admit. It is a silent, biological instinct that happens in less than a second. Before you speak a single word, before you shake a hand or try to offer any value, you have already been judged. If you look weak, the world treats you like prey. If you look poor, you are treated as if you are invisible. It does not matter how brilliant your mind is. It does not matter how pure your heart is. If your appearance signals a lack, the world will conspire to keep you in that state of lack. Machiavelli knew this 500 years ago. He warned us that the common crowd is always taken in by appearances, and the world is mostly made up of the common crowd. You have felt this. You have walked into a room and felt the atmosphere turn cold. You have seen eyes glide over you as if you were just a piece of furniture. You have seen lesser men, foolish men, and even wicked men be handed opportunities simply because they looked like they belonged, while you were left standing at the gate. This is not bad luck. This is the brutal geometry of perception. And until you master it, everything will work against you. Most people believe that poverty is just a financial state. They are wrong. To the human animal, poverty is a scent. It is a signal of vulnerability, and nature hates vulnerability. When you look poor, and I don't mean just wearing old clothes, I mean looking diminished and defeated, you trigger a predatory response in others. You invite them to cheat you. You invite them to ignore you. You invite the world to give you nothing but its scraps. But there is a way to hack this mechanism. There is a way to signal power before you even have it. There is a way to force the world to treat you with the respect of a king, even if your pockets are empty. Machiavelli called it the mask of the prince. It is the art of weaponizing your image so that reality bends to fit how you look. But to wear this mask, you must first understand the mistake you are making right now. You must see the invisible signal you are broadcasting every time you walk out your door. A signal that tells the world, I have no value. You can step on me. Once you stop sending that signal, the war changes. The world is not fair. It is efficient. The human brain is the most efficient machine in existence. It does not want to work hard. It does not want to dig through the mud of a poor appearance to find the gold of your character. It wants a shortcut. Appearance is that shortcut. When you present yourself as slumped or apologetic, you are handing the world a verdict against you. You are saying, I have already given up, so you should give up on me too. Understand this. People do not despise the poor because they lack money. They despise the poor because poverty reminds them of failure and weakness. It is like a contagion. When a man looks poor, he looks like he has bad fortune. And humans, being superstitious creatures, flee from bad fortune. Machiavelli observed that men judge more by the eye than by the hand. Everyone can see you, but very few have to feel who you really are. Everyone sees what you appear to be, but few feel what you are. Think of the last time you saw a man in a stained shirt with his head down. Did you wonder if he was a genius? No. You labeled him a loser instantly. You did it to save energy. Now imagine that man is you. Because often it is. The armor of appearance. We tell ourselves lies to sleep at night. We say, I am authentic. I don't care what people think. This is the language of the victim. Comfort is the enemy of power. Authenticity without authority is just noise. When you look poor, everything works against you because you have stripped yourself of your armor. You have walked onto a battlefield naked, and in war, the naked are not pitied, they are slaughtered. To neglect your image is to slander your own soul. You are telling a lie about yourself. You are telling the world you are worthless when you are not. And the world, being cruel and literal, believes you. There is a dark paradox in how money moves. It flows to those who look like they don't need it. If you look like you need help, you will rarely get it. If you look like you can provide help, the world throws resources at your feet. This is why the fake it till you make it strategy is not just vanity. It is a survival strategy. To look poor is to signal a cost. To look rich is to signal an investment. Nobody wants to pay a cost. Everyone wants to make an investment. When you look formidable, you are offering an alliance. By looking the part, you lower the risk for others to bet on you. Machiavelli advised the prince to be a great simulator. You must hide your true nature if it is weak and project the nature that is required. If you are hungry, you must look full. If you are anxious, you must look bored. The moment people smell the blood of your need, the sharks begin to circle. This is even in your eyes. The poverty gaze is a look of constant apology. It is the habit of breaking eye contact first. It is the habit of shrinking when you walk through a door. These are the behaviors of a servant. You can put a beggar in silk, but if he keeps that gaze, he will still look poor. You can put a king in rags, but if he keeps the royal gaze, the steady, unblinking look of a leader, he will look like a king in disguise. The lion does not need to roar to be feared. He simply needs to be present. When you are comfortable with silence, you signal wealth. When you are comfortable taking up space, you signal wealth. Everything works against the man who looks poor because his body language screams, "I am wrong. Please forgive me." And the world replies, "You are right. Get out." The final transformation. To never look poor is to curate your entire life. Your clothes, your words, your body, and your friends. It is a total war on perception. When you do this, when you remove every signal of poverty, something strange happens. You stop being poor. It is not magic. It is mechanics. When you dress with power, you are treated with respect. When you are treated with respect, you get opportunities. The mask becomes the face. You look in the mirror and you don't see a victim. You see a contender. And because you see a contender, you act like one. You take risks. You negotiate harder. You have hacked your own system. The fake exterior reconstructs the real interior. By refusing to look poor, you reject the script of the struggle. You declare that you are destined for more. And the world, which is desperate for strength, bows. It opens the doors it kept locked. Machiavelli was right. Everyone sees what you appear to be. So give them a vision of greatness. Wear the crown now. The gold will follow the king. You now understand the law. But understanding is only the first step. Execution is the abyss where most men fall. There are specific techniques to manipulate perception that are too dangerous to share on this open platform. There are psychological triggers that can make a giant kneel and make a pauper look like a prince. If this opened your eyes, understand, this is only what I can show publicly. If you are still here, you are not like the others. Subscribe if you haven't already. Most people won't do it. That's the point.